What if a crucial canonical piece of lore for your favorite anime was just completely locked inside a $70 video game pre-order?
It's a pretty wild scenario to think about.
Right. Well, today, Sword Art Online is making that controversial nightmare a reality. Welcome to the deep dive. Our mission today is unpacking how this massive franchise is pulling us right back into the virtual meat grinder of Aincrad.
Yeah, but the catch this time is huge.
Exactly. The entry fee to see this new story is literally buying a game before it even comes out.
Right, so we are looking at the upcoming Echoes of Aincrad project. And just to be clear up front, this isn't some recap film or a digital soundtrack.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, the producers are delivering a full-blown brand new anime special. It promises modern animation techniques with a significantly higher budget than the original 2012 run. But, like you mentioned, the only way to watch it is by pre-ordering the new game.
Okay, let's unpack this. Going back to Aincrad is essentially returning to the series' roots. I mean, it's honestly like visiting your hometown, but this time it has stunning HD graphics and a looming sense of mortal dread.
That is a very accurate way to put it.
Yeah, but for an audience that already knows the survival stakes inside and out, why does returning to this specific arc still have such a haunting grip on the community?
What's fascinating here is how they are explicitly targeting that progressive energy. The community doesn't need another reminder of the basic mechanics.
Right, we've seen all that.
Exactly. They want the granular details that the original runs skipped over to get to the finale. This special promises untold side stories and fresh character interactions from those early, grueling 100 floors.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, and the stakes of the original, if you die in the game, you die in real life, they just resonate more powerfully than the later expanded multiverses.
So true. We're talking about specific floor-by-floor boss raid mechanics, right? And those evolving, kind of messy early dynamics between Kirito and Asuna that fans have literally been begging to see fully animated for over a decade.
Precisely. However, recapturing that classic magic comes with a really steep entry fee.
Right, so we finally get the deep lore of original Aincrad back, but the real dread is looking at my wallet because I have to pay for a game up front just to see the anime. They are locking an entire canonical episode behind an early purchase wall for Echoes of Aincrad.
Yeah, a bold move. If we connect this to the bigger picture of digital consumption, what we're seeing is a shift toward transmedia monetization strategies.
Wait, transmedia monetization?
Right, so production committees are realizing that standard streaming revenues are stagnating. To keep profit margins high, they basically have to pivot. Instead of licensing a new episode to a streaming service where it just gets lost in the algorithm,
They bundle it directly.
you got it. They package it as a high-margin, direct-to-consumer digital bundle aimed squarely at their most hardcore fans. It transforms a standard product launch into a legitimate media event.
So what does this all mean? You're framing this as a smart economic pivot, but let's call it what it really is, a hostage situation.
A hostage situation, that's a strong phrase.
I mean, they know fans have waited a decade for this exact slice of canon lore, and they are leveraging that desperation. Is this really a love letter to the beaters who supported the early days, or just a controversial power play forcing you to choose between your patience and your desire for new canon?
Well, that is the calculated risk of this strategy. By elevating a standard pre-order bonus, which historically just meant getting a cosmetic skin or a low-level weapon.
The usual throwaway stuff.
Right. By turning that into a highly produced, lore-heavy media event, they're really testing the limits of fan loyalty. They are betting that the fragmentation of canon media won't deter buyers, but will actually drive intense FOMO.
Because if you don't pre-order, you miss a piece of the official story. Wow. We're moving past day one DLC in games straight into day one DLC for the anime's plot itself. SAO is banking heavily on the nostalgia of clinking steel and teleport crystals, testing exactly how much you are willing to commit upfront just to revisit your favorite digital prison.
And this raises an important question about industry precedent. The success or failure of Echoes of Aincrad will be closely watched by every other major entertainment committee.
Which leaves you with a massive question to explore on your own. If entertainment companies learn they can successfully lock crucial canon story chapters behind video game pre-orders, how long until we see this pay-to-watch the lore model completely take over the rest of our favorite cinematic and television franchises? Imagine your favorite movie holding its best scenes hostage until you pre-order a tie-in product. Something to chew on until next time.